Hello, everybody. Just coming to you right now from one of my absolute favorite places, and that is right here in my rose garden. And as you can see to my right there, I've actually created a wonderful bouquet. And there's no time that's more special to me than right now, which is the spring, because in the springtime the roses are the biggest and the brightest and the most beautiful. And I can't think of a more perfect metaphor for life than the metaphor of the rose garden. Because in the rose garden, especially with the rose bush, we have the contrast. We have the extreme contrast, which is maybe one might say the thorns, and then we have the extreme contrast, which are the beautiful, some of the most beautiful blooms of any plant, which is the rose. And they're both necessary for the survival of the rose. And I think life is, for a lot of us, is that same way. You know, to the extent that certain things happen to us that are oftentimes not very pleasant, it becomes an opportunity for us to grow and to become richer in our character as people. And I think that's what they refer to as grace. So when things happen to us in life that are unpleasant, we have an opportunity to just step back and just be grateful that we are alive, just be grateful that we are in a position to make a contribution, and to just try and discern every single day, what does God want me to do with this awesome gift of life? And so today I want to talk to you about a concept that we're referring to as a joy refresh. And so just like, for example, let's say we're on our computers and our computer gets stuck. We just naturally will refresh that computer. Now, one of the things that we don't naturally do often is we don't naturally refresh our life. And when I speak about refreshing our life, I'm speaking about the whole concept of refreshing the body, refreshing the mind, and refreshing the spirit. For example, refreshing our body, we might want to drink more water so we can stay hydrated. We might want to eat healthier foods. We might want to research what that means, eating healthier foods. Researching our spirit, we might consider meditating and just clearing our mind of a lot of the chatter that's creating anxiety in our body. You know, can we just sit down maybe in a quiet place? Like right now, I'm sitting here in this beautiful rose garden and just smelling the beautiful roses and just being here in nature. It's like, you know, like having a communion here in nature. So just the whole concept of refreshing the body, the mind, and the spirit. For example, just connecting with our concept of God. You know, once again, what does God want us to do with our life? We may have to sit down in a quiet place and just discern that. So, body, mind, spirit. How can we have a healthier body? How can we have a healthier mind? How can we have a healthier spirit? And how can we just sit down and just take a moment to refresh our body, refresh our mind, refresh our spirit? And I can't think of a better place to do that than to just go to a quiet place in nature, a quiet place in your yard maybe, and to just stop and just meditate on the beauty of a rose, meditate on the beauty of a blade of grass, just anything that just takes us to nature, something that God has created, and focus our energy, focus our attention on something that God has created, as opposed to focusing so much energy and attention on things that man has created. One day we may have it, one day we may not have it. A lot of people have lost homes, a lot of people have lost cars, a lot of people have lost their lives. But if we can just focus on our spirit and the nature of why we're still here, maybe we have an opportunity to make a difference for someone. Maybe we have an opportunity to make a difference starting with ourselves in shifting our focus away from man-made stuff to focusing on God-made stuff, as in beauty, nature. And so that's the message today, and that's the basic foundation for the concept of a joy refresh.